My name is Hailey Ruiz. I graduated in May of 2017 with my associate's degree in science. I enjoyed my time at CBC and the education and experience that I got from attending a community college. I actually started attending CBC when I was in high school through the dual credit program, and I was able to earn some credits towards my associate's degree. And when I graduated high school, I started in 2015, and I really enjoyed the knowledge that I got from my professors and some of the relationships and friendships that I made while attending CBC, and even having my first job while working at CBC at the bookstore and being able to get different perspectives and learning from different individuals. The thing that I appreciated the most about CBC was the close distance. Living in Beeville, able to go to school and go to college in Beeville really worked out for me. I was able to stay with family and live with family while I worked and while I went to school, as well as during the time when I registered for classes. I was asking questions about financial aid. The staff were very helpful and giving me information on what I needed as far as credits to graduate, assisting me with looking at my past credits while I was in the dual credit program, and then also assisting me with any questions that I had regarding financial aid or any scholarships towards my education. What I enjoyed most from CBC was the community that the college had to offer. It wasn't just a college or a community college, it was a place where everyone belonged and it was a place where everyone felt welcomed. My professors were very helpful in if I had questions on assignments or things that I didn't even understand or just concepts that were brand new to me. The administrative staff was very helpful with me when it came to registering for classes or financial aid questions or just things that I wasn't really sure on. Everyone was very helpful during my time at CBC. Everyone was very welcoming as well. And CBC did leave an impact on me being the community college that really gave me the drive to want to pursue my education. The staff being very welcoming made me feel that I belonged there and that I didn't have to go anywhere else for my education. I felt that the curriculum that I was taught at my time of being in CBC did prepare me for my current job as an elementary school teacher. At the time, I wanted to study psychology, major in psychology, and become a licensed counselor in the state, whether it was having my own practice or working in the school setting to assist children. Currently, right now, I do work in public education in an elementary school, and I feel that the skills and the curriculum that I taught, which was related to understanding how to address individuals, which it was also talking about just how different people perceive things. And it's talking about the importance of mental health and studyings and being an advocate for somebody. I feel that I was taught that curriculum was very beneficial in working, especially with kids. There's so much information and so much studies done to try to help children, especially with mental health or learning disabilities. And all that information that I was able to gain from CBC is very influential and very helpful now within my career. And especially now as I'm studying to become an administrator, a potential future principal. I feel that all that information that I learned was very helpful with where I'm at now with wanting to advance in my career. The main struggle that I had while getting my education from CBC and obtaining my degree was just being a first generation college student. There's a lot of statistics with that some students they don't get to see graduation. There's so many external factors, and there's sometimes the not knowing of the importance of pursuing a higher education. Luckily, my family was very supportive in me in wanting to pursue my education, and especially being the first to not only go to college but to graduate from college in my family. They were very supportive through the whole journey, and I'm very, very thankful for them. And I'm also thankful for the continued support from CBC and the vision for the community that it has. What I know now that I wish I knew back then whenever I started attending CBC was some of the different workshops and different events that the college had hosted for their students, whether it was major center, depending on whatever you were studying, or just different social events that the college had. It's always great to network and it's always great to build relationships, especially in different education settings than where you grew up in or where you went to school with. So I wish that those were things that I had known back then, and maybe being able to build different relationships with maybe different potential colleagues or even just different friends. During my time at CBC, I did have a part time job at the bookstore, and it was very memorable. And it was a great experience of having my first job ever. And the colleagues that I worked with, they were amazing people. And eventually, I was able to get a position with the juvenile department in San Patricio County. And from there, I transferred and moved to San Antonio, where I was able to become an administrative assistant, but with that time, I was able to present ideas to the school that they enjoyed. I had a work ethic that I've been told that they really enjoyed as well, and they liked the drive that I had to wanting to be a potential elementary school teacher. And I was able to be promoted to a second grade teacher during that time. And after that, I wanted to come back home. I missed the community of Beeville. I moved back home and I am currently a third grade teacher at FMC Elementary. A highlight for my current job as an elementary school teacher is the relationships that I build with my students on a day to day basis. There is sometimes struggle of the curriculum being taught or the lesson delivery that I have to do with my students, but at the end of the day, knowing that I'm making an impact on my students is really what drives me to continue coming to my profession every single day. There's some days where it can be tough to come into work, but knowing that my students are counting on me really does give me the push to get through whatever I'm getting through. And even there's some days where I just kind of want a moment to myself where I can sit, maybe get some work done on grading papers or something. And then there will be a student that just wants to tell me about what they're doing after school that day or what they're doing for the weekend or visiting their cousins last week. It's those moments where it makes me realize that I am making an impact with my kids. And even when the days are hard and it feels like I don't know what I'm doing and I don't know if I'm making an impact on my kids, it never fails that there will be some type of sign where a student will bring me just a drawing or of a rainbow or just a happy face or just telling me that I'm the best teacher in the world. Those are little things that just remind me of why I'm in this profession, and it drives me to do my best every single day. A piece of advice that I would give to somebody who is considering pursuing education as a major or pursuing education as a career is that it is a tough field, but it is one of the most fulfilling careers that you will ever have. The impact that you're having on your students, whether it be the elementary, middle, or high school level, or even the college level, you really don't realize the impact that you have on your students on a day to day basis. Sometimes these students, you're the only type of comfort that you'll be able to give them. And knowing that you're making an impact in their life, not just from an educational academic standpoint, but on a social emotional level, knowing that you're making that impact for them, you're being that advocate for them, that's what's going to make all the difference in the world.